islands nobody wants to buy. Not even for $1. Welcome back to this video. Nice that you found my channel, guys. My name is Mats. We are the Hey Squad. We are growing very fast. So it would be great if you subscribe my channel. And let's start now with this video.
Buku Island, Brazil.
Buku Island. Okay, sounds cool. I want to own that island.
I would say that you could own this island, but that would be incorrect. What I should say is you can own these islands. That's because the Peekaboo Islands consist of 6 islands. They have amazing views and wildlife. You can find them off the coast of the San Francisco River. This is located in northeastern Brazil. The asking price for all 6 of these islands is only $79,500.
80,000 bucks for all islands. This is like paradise. Okay, but there has to be a reason why no one wants to own this island. Okay, I'm very curious.
But no one will buy them for that price, or any price it seems. That's because there's some big technicalities when you buy these. For example, you're not technically owning the island, but buying the right to use them for 99 years. Of course, that's more than most people's lifetimes. But it means that unless you pass away early, you can't give them to your kids. Also, you do not make any money from the islands increasing in value. There's also a mention of a vague, small yearly tax for owning this island. But I did some math and it's still a pretty amazing deal. $79,500 over 99 years works out to $803 per year. This means for that small price you could live on these islands. But something else that may put off potential buyers is the fact that they're far away from anything. You'll have to get a boat, or if you can afford it, a helicopter to take you around.
Yeah, and then there's nothing on this island. No energy, no internet, no, nothing. Yeah, you all have to care. You have to care, and you have to build everything on this island, and you cannot own it for, of course, for your lifetime. But after 99 years, it expires, and then it's you cannot keep it. Yeah.
You can't actually land a plane on these islands because they're too small. So,
but 80 grand is for some people, this is like peanuts for some people. I do not understand why any rich guy buys it for a joke and then he just owns these islands.
Better use
why not?
All that money you saved on a chopper. Little St. James Island, USA. The name of this island may be familiar to you. It was once used by the world's elite. Celebrities such as Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Stephen Hawking have been to the island. But today it's up for sale. But it's unlikely anyone will be buying it anytime soon. That's because it was previously owned by Jeffrey Epstein. This creepy billionaire allegedly passed on in a New York prison. And it said on his island, him and his rich friend...
Oh my gosh, this is the whole island. It's so small, but actually cool to own it. But I don't want to own it because, yeah, it was the island of Jeffrey Epstein, and the story of this island is not that good, so no, I would pass, guys, I would pass.
Did some terrible things. The island is 78 acres. It was purchased in 1998 for $10.5 million, but today it's valued at $65 million. But because of its tarnished reputation, no one wants to go here. But the question is, if the price was right, would you buy this place even knowing what happened here?
No.
Poveglia, Italy.
Even for 100k, I wouldn't buy this island. Even if I would have the money because of the story. This is not good.
Poveglia is located off the coast of Italy in the Mediterranean. It's very close to the city of Venice. You could literally hop into a gondola and get to this island from Venice. It spans over 72,000 meters.
But I've heard that especially in Venice, the water is rising from year to year. So I would be very curious if the water is rising around this island as well. So in a few years, this island could be underwater.
But if you buy this island, you'll find some creepy things on it. This includes an abandoned hospital. There's also an abandoned insane asylum and a 12th century bell tower. This belonged to a church which was on the island that got demolished.
Church? Hospital? Was there a whole population on this island or what?
In 1806. Now this may seem very nice, so what's the catch? Well, it's that Poveglia is the most haunted place on Earth. In fact, it's been haunted throughout history. During the Middle Ages, it was used to house victims of the plague. They wanted to keep these people away from the general population so as to not spread the plague. Who knows, maybe they'll start using this for the current virus. Later on, this island was also used as a mental institution. There were also some very creepy and probably not legal medical procedures done on the island. One doctor felt so bad he even took his life by jumping off the bell tower. In 1968, the hospital and asylum closed down and the island was abandoned. Since then, it's had 3 owners. The first 2 gave it up because the place was way too mysterious and scary. They said they witnessed many ghosts and hauntings on the island. The third owner bought it for—
guys, do you believe in ghosts and that stuff? Of course. That could be very, very creepy to live there.
only $500,000 in 2014. He wanted to make it into a holiday destination, but the local authorities said no. So, do you still fancy living on this island? Fort Carroll, USA. Fort Carroll is an abandoned fort. You can find it on the Patapsco River in Maryland, USA. It was built all the way back during the American Civil War to protect the approach to Baltimore. But in 1921, it was abandoned. This was until 1958 when someone bought it.
This is insane. I haven't known that these islands actually exist. Look at this little small place. What can you do there? This is not a lot of place to do the things, to build things. And again, it's not, you don't have any electricity or energy on this island. So yeah, it's a lot of, you get a lot of headache with all the stuff you have to do there. So yeah, I don't know if it's worth it to buy that place, you know.
This was to build a casino on it. But unfortunately, courts ruled that gambling was banned on the island. Since then,
Gambling, a big casino, of course. What do you do otherwise on a small island? Of course, build a casino, a huge casino.
many have thought about buying the island, but never have. It's up for sale right now for $31,500.
31,000, but this is a very dark gray place. What do you do with that for 30 grand? I don't know.
But there's a big catch if you do buy this island for that price. You need to restore the abandoned fort on the island. Some have made offers, hoping to turn the island into a hotel, a conference center, and even a jail. But all of these attempts have been unsuccessful. It's just too hard to build on.
Could be great to build such buildings on this little place, but it's risky, of course. For every investor who buys this island, it's risky, and who wants to make that risk? Yeah, this is the question. You need to find somebody.
The island. But even if you do buy this island and restore the
Oh, there are a lot of birds.
abandoned fort on it, you'll still have problems with that. That's because the island is an important conservation site for seagulls and herons.
Yeah, so just leave it alone, this island. The seagulls have a home place there, and I like it. Nature needs to have its space too, so leave it alone.
So you can't simply start construction work as it will scare off these birds.
Oh, I love
Little
birds,
Rocky
yeah.
Island, Canada. This island is incredibly picturesque. It's 8 acres and has white sandy beaches. It also has amazing nature. Instead of the
Yeah, the nature in Canada is amazing too. I've never been to Canada, but I want to, and I've seen some videos the last time about the nature of Canada, and it's insane, guys. I think Canada is one of the most beautiful countries in the whole world. And yeah, you could possibly own an own island there.
classic island tropical palm trees, there are pine forests. It's also sheltered from any storms or hurricanes by the neighboring islands. There's no buildings on this island, so you'd have to build your own. And right now it's only listed for $74,500.
Very cheap, right?
So, why is it still for
I would expect that these islands are a little bit more expensive.
sale? Well, there's various catches to this island. First off, as I mentioned, you'll need to build a house on it if you want to live there. It's also only a real island at high tide.
And it's, of course, it's not expensive as a regular house. It's more expensive because you need all that stuff for building that house to move on the island. And it's very complicated and it costs money. So, yeah. Yeah, it's stupid to buy it and to build a house there.
When the tide goes out, a strip of land connects it to the mainland. This means that it's technically a part-time island. But in many ways, this is handy because you could easily get to land. Another key reason why this is so cheap and still no one's bought it is because of the Canadian market. There are so many private islands on the Canadian market that there's way more islands than buyers.
There are more islands than buyers. I haven't known that there is a market, a big market for islands. You can own that island, but then I can go with a boat on there, and what do you do there? Yeah, this is my island. This is a big flex. just to say that you own an island. This is like a flex, yeah? But what do you do with that?
But this island sounds a lot nicer than many on this list. Ilha de Queimada Grande, Brazil. The name of this island doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. That's why many locals refer to it as Snake Island. That's because it's home
Oh, it's paradise, guys. Oh, it's beautiful.
to the most venomous snakes in the world. The entire island is infested with the golden lancehead. This is a pit viper that can grow
Oh, beautiful snake. I've never seen it, but beautiful snake.
18 inches long. It's also so poisonous that just one bite can take a person's life in just 1 hour. If you
What?
lived on this island, you would run into these all the time. That's because there's over 4,000
Oh, this is paradise. Look at the water and with this boat. This is like freedom. This is my dream, guys. To have like a boat like this and to this is freedom. This is pure freedom.
on the island. That's around 1 snake per every square foot. Right now it's at
1 snake per square foot. Okay, now I see why nobody wants to buy this island. I see.
It's administered by the state of Sao Paulo, Brazil. You can, in theory, buy this island, but no one ever will. Even if you wanted to buy it and take away all the snakes, you could not do that. That's because they're endangered, so you can't simply get the pest team in. That's
Yeah, so you have when you buy this island, you have to live with these snakes, and nobody wants to do it. Yeah, because they're in danger.
because they're endangered, so you can't simply bring in pest control. Isola Lageola, Italy. This is another beautiful island in the Mediterranean. It's in the Bay of Naples. It has ruins on it which date back to ancient Rome. It also has an old, rustic Italian villa.
Oh, this looks great. This looks like a fun, adventurous place, you know? To explore things. That looks great, guys, to be honest.
It's close to the shore, so you can swim there. But you
Oh, you can swim there.
also get amazing clear views
So you have like internet connection as well and that stuff? Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe I will buy someday. I will buy that island.
of the sea and sky. So, why does no one want to buy this place? Well, it's because this island is said to be cursed. That may seem far-fetched, and you may not be superstitious, but
Cursed?
when you hear about what happened to the previous owners, your mind will be blown. In the 1920s, its owner's body was found wrapped up in a carpet. Shortly afterwards, his wife passed on in a drowning accident. The next owner had a heart attack soon after buying the island. The next owner went crazy and then took his own life.
No way. With this history, nobody will, because you're afraid. There will be someone who thinks, okay, this is all bullshit. This is like randomly, this happened randomly, that all the people died. But I would be afraid a little bit. Even if I would love this island, I want to buy it and have the money. When this island has this story, everyone died after buying it. I don't know. This is creepy stuff, guys.
And unbelievably, so did the owner after him. And that owner was a future billionaire, heir to the Fiat car company. The island then went to his nephew, but shortly after that, the nephew passed away from a very rare disease.
What? What? This is real? Or are these like some stories, some wild stories? This is real? What the? This is heavy. Okay, I don't want to buy this island.
Another owner also went bankrupt after he bought the island. Another owner's son was kidnapped. And the most recent owner went to prison for bad business practices. Now, maybe this is not all the island's fault, but it's way too many coincidences for me, and I think there's something wrong with this island.
A lot of coincidences.
Sheep Lake Islands, Canada. This island
Canada again.
is surrounded by trees and it's very peaceful, but unfortunately you won't get much
But what do you want to do on this island? This is like full with trees. This is just trees. You don't have any space there.
privacy, which is why many people buy islands. It's only 25 miles away from the closest fishing village. This means there may be lots of visitors and the island won't be very private. The asking price is a little over $50,000, but so far there's been 0 takers. Chandler Island, USA. Chandler Island is a 1-acre island with an amazing view of Maine. The asking price is $39,000.
This is cheap.
But there's a few reasons why no one wants to buy. First off, there's only a small cabin on the island. You'll need to build your own house on there. Also, high tide is a big problem for the island. That's because when this happens, water covers half of the island.
House or the villa you will buy on that island, you will build on this island, will cost like 1/10 of the actual island price. So Yeah, the island price is cheap, but then you have to build a house there.
McGibbon Island, Canada. This island is found on the St. John's River in New Brunswick, Canada.
It's like the same concept like printers or like razors, you know? The main thing is very cheap. The razor itself is cheap. The printer itself is very cheap. But when you want to buy things for it, yeah, like print, like painting or the colors and the razor blades, it will get expensive, you know? This is like the same thing with like islands.
The asking price is a bit over $29,000, but there are many disadvantages to this island. First off, it's undeveloped, but also every spring floods cover the entire island. This means
the flood covers the entire island. You cannot build anything on that island. Nobody wants to have it.
You can't use it in the spring.
Imagine you don't know it, then you buy it and then you recognize, okay, the flood is like swallowing the whole island.
Also, you can't build anything on it. But during other times of year, you can set up a tent on this island. Then again, you could probably get away with doing that without actually buying the island. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which island...
Yeah, guys, this is all for today with this video. Islands no one wants to buy for any price. I really loved that video, guys. What do you think about these islands? Write in the comments. And of course, my name is Mats. We are the Hey Squad. I upload every day on this channel. Would be very glad, would be very, very happy if you can subscribe my channel, support me. And then we will see each other in the next video tomorrow. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.